How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. In today's video we'll be building a wrap rack for under $50. So we built this out of some 2x4 caulking, hooks, and some paint. Has a nice little shelf up top so you can set wherever you want, and it'll hold 3 rolls of wrap. If I bought another set of hooks, it would probably hold an additional one. So let's jump into what I had to do. First step is to cut the pieces down to length. These are going to be the horizontal pieces and they need to be 66 inches long. So we're going to take the tape measure, we're going to measure to 66 inches. We're going to take the pen, make a little mark. Take the square, draw the line, take the saw, cut the edge. Put the battery in. Then take the saw and just cut off where the line. Now we're just going to do that for these 3. The other beams need to be 27 inches, and then we'll be able to move on to the next step. A required step, but I think it makes it look better, is I'm going to take some sandpaper and I'm just going to go over the edges where I cut so they're not as rough. Alright, now we need to drill some holes in all the beams that are going to go horizontally. This is to affix the 2 pieces for the shelf together, and then also to drill the holes for the top piece and the bottom piece to drill into the studs of the wall. So for that, we are going to use a Caulk jig. Now this lets you drill at an angle. You set the thickness of your wood here, and then you put it down. You can either use a clamp to lock it in place. I'm just going to lean on it, and then you drill through. You set the stop for how deep you want it to go, and you go drill through, and that'll drill your pilot hole that will take your screws from this into whatever you're drilling into. So I'm going to do that now. So the next step is we're going to build the top shelf. We got to drill pilot holes at an angle in, so we're going to use a Caulk jig to do that. And then we're also going to put a bead of glue in between to hold them together. So the next step is to put everything together. This will just be a test fit. Make sure it fits on the wall, make sure all the pieces fit together. But all we need to do is put a couple screws in to get it to hold and get it up on the wall. Next step is to put this on the wall and make sure the pilot holes we drilled line up with the studs. So on the wall, next thing we need to do is mount where the dowel rods are going to sit. So the wrap's going to hang across, the dowel rod's going to be over, and then it's going to sit right here. So we're going to mount these and see if everything lines up. We got the dowel rods on, we got the hooks attached, now we just need to put the wrap on, make sure it fits. Alright, there's one last thing I want to do before we take it down, is I want to put a little brace right here, because this is kind of flimsy. Looks all good, time to take it down and paint it. Before we paint, we're going to put some paintable caulk in the seams, just so they look better and a little bit cleaner. Got it down, caulk is dry. It is now time to paint. And the last step was we had to hang it back up, drill it into the walls, put the wrap back on, and put whatever we wanted to put on the shelf. So for a cost breakdown, we needed the 2x4s for $20, the hooks for around $10, the dowel rods for around $15, caulking, which was a couple dollars, and then we used some leftover paint from a previous project. So right in around $50. When I was looking these up online, they cost anywhere from $100 to $200. Those are metal racks. They didn't come with the shelf. They hold more wrap, but they don't come with the dowel rod. So I think this is a cheaper option. Gave me a little bit more freedom to design it exactly how I want and the size I wanted. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.